So, hello everybody, how y'all doing? I'm back again with another round of Zodiac videos. Alright. So, I already got 12 of them laid out. The first one that came out is Leo. So for this time frame of October the 2nd to October the 11th for 2018. Okay. So what I have a couple cards already laid out so far, Leo. And what I had asked for is in one card was what is a constant energy during this time frame that is not so revealing around Leo, but is dominant. And then the next question I asked from a separate deck was, out of that energy that came out of the first deck, in this deck right here, what is a relatable energy that Leo will potentially experience for sure, or close to it? And then I asked, what is the fusion of the story of the two energies? Okay? So, hope you kept up with it. So let's get into way that they answered, my spirit guides answer the question. So for the first card, Leo, you had Galactic that came out. Well, if I owe the opinion, side note, right? I wouldn't even care if this card came out for every zodiac, for real. Because it's like being up there. But what I really do feel, it is about it being up there, but what I feel is maybe the revealing part of this energy is where you focus at during this time period, Leo. Okay? It just could be like right now, the metaphysics for you, Leo, is just attracting a lot of things that's coming your way. And the law of attraction is just very high for you. You know, you could already be a successful person, so this law of attraction might not be bad for you because it's keeping your business up. Maybe you is a type of person that attract people. You know, you're just a sociable person. People love to be around you, right? So, for the next question, what came out is the energy healer. And it reads, your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. I was like, hey, that's interesting, you know? So, you know, being that you're a fire sign with it, it's like, you know, Leo, maybe some people are, maybe, you know, for some Leos, you're in a mood that where you got to stay busy, you need to do something. And that could be from this energy too. Meaning that, you know, your astrological position of the makeup of it. And when the sun is reflecting right now, even though it's in Libra, the thing is, Libra always like companionship. And some people might not agree with it, but to me, a lot of the two-sided ones got some form of companionship. Even if that companionship is isolation and with their self. So I know I'm saying companionship, but you're just with Galactic. You're with Galactic into what did that companionship means to you. And that's almost like if the message resonates, it does. If the message doesn't resonate, it doesn't. Because it says an energy healer. So, you know, up there, Leo just might be that one that's playing the mediator a little bit right now, astrological wise. So, you know, for some Leos, you feeling like a king or a queen. You feeling important. Maybe you don't want all the attention. Maybe you do. Maybe some of the attention could be coming from a different direction than the direction it's coming from. You could want to feel that way right now too. So let's get into the story mode of the fusion for October the 2nd to October the 11th. And I love to read my book out. So I'm just going to read one part, and I'm just going to read the part that is addressing it in a reading, okay? As for healing, mentoring, or assistance to support you now, this support will help you feel stronger and more empowered, so as to deal with any challenge and be reassured that your spirit can handle it. There is a spiritual protection for you now, as you follow the guidance to explore conscious movement and creative self-expression. This can stir up old energy, releasing it from you and allowing vital presence to take hold within you. You're going through an initiation which you will need to reassert your happiness and joy any times it slip into darkness or doubt, fear or anxiety. Take time to dance, sing, drum, and affirm your aliveness with joy and courage. Become spiritually bolder in the face of anything that attempts to diminish you. Have faith in the power of the divine being, the supreme power. You are watched over by love. I like that. Matter of fact, the first sentence, when it says, as for healing, mentor, assistance to support you now, it gave me that feeling right there of your creative energy, of how astrological you being that mediator. Because it was like, yo, I didn't come out in the beginning and say, maybe it might prompt Leos to ask. No, I kind of talked about the rest of it, more or less about you getting guidance right now. So the guidance that's in obtaining that energy field that's coming because of your sun sign being a Leo and all the alchemy that's going on, this is the reaction of it. But why shouldn't Leo also ask for help? So there you go, Leo. Your energy is very much negotiating things. So let's go into it from the twin flame aspect, okay? And I just want to see what part of, but I'm going to use certain cards out of my Gaia deck. And I just want to see where in the galactic aspect of it for Leo, how it is to be affecting your overall twin flame journey. So whatever aspect that you resonate with the twin flame, maybe that's where it need to be at for you. I don't know. But let's get into the messages and see what my spirit guides want to tell us and allow me to translate. Okay? So we have a story now for Leo. So as this energy is out there, how would this affect any sun sign Leo twin flame journey? What is a message of the level of galactic influence, astrological influence, zodiac influence, space and time influence, quadrants, science, religion, twin flame, Akashic records? What would this energy be standing at as far as the influences within Leo twin flame? So Leo, we got faith. We got faith. Well, I think faith kind of works a little bit by the way I was bringing in the story. Because, you know, down on earth is like, depending on what you're going through and whatever is there, no matter how good or how bad, because sometimes things could go so good that we could get snobby and just don't want to be bothered with certain people. You know, good or bad really don't always, it kind of like help us justify the reality of our mood. But really deep down inside, no matter what your wealth is, you just have a mood of whether you want to be bothered or whether this is right for you. And are you trapped? You know, you just go, you go through a stage within the world of self-discovering the world and where you fit in the world. It's not really so much of self-discovering yourself yet. Because first you want to self-discover the atmosphere that you're walking in. And then after you discover this type of atmosphere and get comfortable up in there, then it almost feels like when that point comes to the comfortability, you kind of automatically shift into, now, what do I do with my safety? Now that I'm comfortable, and I done got comfortable before I done design anything in this area, now I need to design. I need to express my comfortability. So let's get into, in this card for Faith, Faith is a 24. Faith is an influencer. Okay? I want to make sure. Hold on. Do I got it right? Let me make sure I got it right. I'm going to check in the book and make sure I got it right. Make sure it's not reason. I think it's an influencer though. Yes, it's an influence. Okay? It's an influence. So being that it's an influence, you're still there because your energy is nothing but influence. You're mediating faith. And at the same time you're mediating faith. Are you really consciously aware of the design that you're making, the pathway that you're making, the test to complete the whole testimony to everybody that you was helping? Are you conscious on it? Maybe this week that's what you might have to be conscious about. So let's get into the messages, okay? So, since Spirit Guides, gave me the discovery that this energy is an influencer for Leo during October 2nd to October 11th of 2019. What would you like Leo to know about this energy know about this influencer energy? What would you like for me to translate to Leo about this influencer energy? 4 cards. Sign off with the 2 of Cups. I feel like with the 2 of Cups coming out at this present time that it requires imagination. It requires optimism. We got the 2 of Swords. It lacks discernment. Discernment just might cloud up what you. Discouragement is almost like when you first start drawing a picture or learning how to draw. They tell you to go ahead and get the feeling first of making mistakes. Get the feeling of having things out of place for a minute and going in and placing your detail up inside of there. And that's what the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords kind of is showing me. Okay. So we got the Page of Pentacles and we got the Knight of Swords. Now, I feel with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords is you're going to have to determine somewhere during this week it's going to require a hasty action. The hasty action either going to be prompt from you, Leo, or it's going to be prompt from an energetic interaction within your external environment. And when this comes, it just might prompt you to be a little bit more creative. But let me get a little bit more clarity here on this Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords is very intriguing to me. I forgot to look at the bottom of the deck and show what is at the bottom. But I do it after the Knight of Swords, I think, if I don't forget again. Can I get, Spirit Guides, can I get clarification for the Knight of Swords? Can I get clarification for the Knight of Swords? Clarification for the Knight of Swords. Ten of Wands. Okay. Right now, on the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Well, yeah, it is a Ten of Pentacles situation. Why is it Ten of Pentacles? One, because it's like, whatever the message is resonating for, or just, okay, the energy. Maybe it's not about whether the message resonates. Okay. The energy that I feel is like, the captivity that's within inside of that energy is one that's so, depending on how a Leo is affected, the maturity level and the ability that a Leo has to manipulate its own flame. Because it's a galactic thing. So it varies on the degree of your ability to manipulate the fire. And what is your bond that you have with your fire ability? Regardless, I mean, if you want to say that it's a gift, that's fine. But me, I think it's your cosmic being, your makeup, your scribing ability, your thought pattern is your heart center right now at this present time. And your heart center got room to grow. And it's just like, at this point in time, it's that room, it's that time for it to grow, the Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles is more or less like, this is your time for something is growing. You're going through a growth period, right? For some people, well, it is a growth period. Leo energy is growth. Why? Because it's like almost the type of mediation situation that Leo has going on is a resolution. So it's like as above, so below. Down here, it just feels more like a growth. Because the resolution going to be upon the dynamic of your reality. The dynamic of how you is patient. How you is conscious. The events and everything else. Your division and separation among the Leos. One. You know, just the basic one in it. You know, it's definitely an energy that gets you to stand your ground, you know. It could be one that had you come with maybe regret or a burst of a unique kind of regret. Not regret that you shouldn't have done it, but maybe in dealing with the consequences, the fear of being, the fear that's challenging your freedom is trying to convince you not to be free. So it might prompt you to give you like this mild regret. You sure? You sure this freedom? Now what you gonna do? How you gonna bounce back? All of this won't in place. So I try to create that type of dynamic for you. You know, that's just different ways of how it could affect external situations that would be among the community of Leos. You know, it's just how it can go. So it could send you into that battle mode. So you have to negotiate it out then. You have to negotiate between fear and freedom. And the sad part about it is, like, at the end of the day, they probably just total up to being your struggle or survival. So how conscious are you on it, except getting the goal achieved, getting it done within the resources of reality? Because spiritual is not material in the same sense. It has some, but I don't know. I'm gonna just, it's different though from Earth. So, you know, attainability is different. The law of attraction change, but it's what keep us constant. And that's where the Page of Pentacles is at. It's understanding that shift in it when it comes your way. You know, maintaining that Two of Swords and the Two of Cups. How do you free flow? How you begin that artistic aspect, when that artistic aspect is just like first ever beginning to learn how to write. So why isn't that already mastered? Why doesn't more people have more ability to draw or be that detailed artistic, when that simple technique of beginning how to draw is the same simple technique we begin when we want to learn how to write? And that's what faith is coming in at during this time period for it. So your challenge is, what type of energy actually should be healed? What energy is healing? Is it the ability to expand with a pencil and eraser? I don't know. But tell me all about it, Leo, if y'all want to. Once again, the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So, as far as your twin flame journey, with this type of energy right here, I mean, hey, for example, if it's all about a relationship, you got to negotiate something. Most likely what you're going to have to negotiate is something that probably has to do with time and location, especially with Galactic is being right here. So you're going to have to probably negotiate something of time and location when it comes to maybe that aspect of it, of being consciously aware of your twin, sincerity, the aspect of it. So you might need to have to consider some type of dynamic of location and time. You know, if it's all about your career, you could be challenged with many of things. I mean, it's a lot of challenges in negotiation. Okay? But let me see what Spirit Guides, now that that's what they want you to know, okay, about this situation here. What is a warning that Leo might need to know about this as it reflects their twin flame journey? What is a warning? What is a warning about this energy here when it comes to the twin flame journey? Yeah, I should have. You know what? The rest of them, I think I'm just going to ask about the internal and external. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to switch that question around. Okay. So, let me see how much time up here. Okay. So, let's get clarity. How would this affect Leo twin flame internally? Can I get 3 cards about how this will affect Leo twin flame internally? Twin flame journey internal. The internal aspect of the twin flame journey for Leo. 3 cards. You got the Fairey stallion, which represents the chariot up in here. So internally, it's a force for sure. Can I get 2 more cards? It's a force for sure. Let me see what you're going to give me, Spirit Guides. 2 more cards. It feels like a force. It's internal aspect is going to... It's going to be maturity that comes out of it. The 10 of Wands coming back up. It's going to be all about this maturity, especially with this 10 of Wands being here. Internal is going to make you question. It's going to make you question what's going on in your current life. Okay, it's going to definitely make you question what's going on. It's going to force you to go deep down inside. Okay. And it's going to bring up some questions that could already came up one time before. And it might be getting reworded a different way if you haven't answered it direct. Or it just might be a loop in an energetic situation of where your twin flame dynamic has broken into shattered pieces. And it's amending itself from the negotiation standpoint of it. And now it's time that you're going to have to learn how to put knots in the situation. You're going to have to, you know, especially if it's dealing with something far as location and time, you're going to have to start leaving, you know, doing some Hansel and Gretel and leaving some breadcrumbs that you accomplish your situation. And if it's still relating to this person, then you know what I'm saying, you might have to figure out how to conquer the repetitious loop that might be going on with you. It might be a repetitious loop. And that's why you might need to put a knot in the situation to close down the repetitious loop. And like, you know, like the binding of elements that makes up the planet, like everything that makes Earth itself. You know, us humans don't make Earth itself. You know, we live inside of it. So what keeps this so sturdy and so secure? And it's one of those things. You're going to have to put a knot there and look at that situation as a point that now you done got it sturdy and secure. Can I get 1 more card here? For example, say you and your twin flame, if it's a relationship, right? Say you and your twin flame been going through problems for the past 4 years. Okay, there's a way to knot the situation. There is a way to not y'all constant going on in the situation. It just might take him to be awoken, which going to take you to go into a deep, it's going to take you to go into that loop energy and knot it. You might have to internally go through the loops, but you need to place yourself in a point that you're going to be the needle, and these situations is going to be the thread, and you're going to knot it up. Meaning that if this person played you and made you feel like a fool for 4 years, okay, you stayed, right? They go to first knot. You agreed to play that role. They go to first knot. You stayed and agreeing to play the role. It's like your internal force that's helping you to negotiate it and knot the situation off. It's no more that I'm going to sit here and convince myself I didn't agree to it. If I'm not going to use my fire gift and make these changes, regardless of my circumstances. If my fear is the fact of failure, my fear is the fact that I want to live a certain way, if my fear is this, then there go your next night. And you now confronting fear. So now your next one going to be freedom. Does freedom exist in this situation? First of all, freedom might not. Why? It's internal. So maybe freedom is not something that exists in something that's internal within inside of you. So maybe you got to take your fire energy and cremate it. And put those ashes in a vase. Because now you know freedom is that's the closest type of freedom it will ever be in that situation. And the Two of Swords that came out too. So you got the Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords. So, since I didn't see the Two of Swords come, it was flipped over, but I was running my mouth. Can I get clarification for the Two of Swords? The Lovers. Well, I just said it. Not up the situation. Once you get there to that point, once you get to the stage of putting in the cremation and accepting it, if that's your situation. Now, you don't need to go about that process if it's far from your situation, but I'm hoping to share your fire energy because I am with you right now. So I'm hoping to share your fire energy and maybe passing the torch to you through the Twin of Wands and the Chariot energy to maybe help you be creative on how to knot the situation and realize that this is something that has to be created, cremated, and put in a vase. And that's the closest type of freedom it has. And that freedom going to turn to the word of a secret experience that now your ultimate creative goal and your architectural design is, how do I get it to the point that it could go from my heart chakra to my throat chakra and speak what is pure in my heart. Don't try to go to your third eye and go to your crown. Start small. Figure out how to make it pure. Because you know deep down inside it's cremated and freedom just changed in your mind. So how do you make this type of freedom that contradicts your medium of freedom pure in your heart? How do you do that? And there go the King of Cups. So that's what it means. How do you do it? That's what the Lover's card is asking you. That's going to be your major challenge. Okay? So now, let me go to the external. How would it be the external? You got to consider faith is the influencer in your situation. That takes a lot of faith to have, because it's going to shatter you on freedom. So you got to make sure that you don't shatter the glass, but cremate the situation. You got to make sure you shatter it. That you know what I'm saying? Your cremation and shatter is also a contradiction. But it will all line up in the category of contradictions if you do it right. So can I get 3 cards about how this will affect Leo's twin flame journey on the external aspect of it? On the external aspect. How would this energy affect Leo on the external of the twin flame dynamic? We got the 7 of Wands. We got the Sun card. One more card, please. It's interesting to have the 7 of Wands and the Sun card here. Why do I say that? Because it's almost like on the external aspect, it can make you feel like, dang, the song is playing in my head. You know what I'm saying? A rap song. But it's like, you can feel like somebody is very, somebody's stalking you. Really. This energy feels very hoverish. It feels like it will prompt it would prompt, I know the Sun card is out here, but it feels more like the Sun is functioning as, it would blind what you was actually seeing. Like, it's, you know, especially with the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Swords, it's almost like, on the external aspect, don't try to put your advice in a lot of situations. Period. On the external. Okay? Because some of the things, maybe it's, you need to be selective on how you put your advice in situations. Okay? Because it just might hold more liability than what you think it really is holding. Okay? You might be liable for more things than what you really realize is going on. We got the Moon. See, look, now the Moon did come up with the Page of Pentacles, and you got the Page of Pentacles on this side. You got the 2 of Swords over there. Then the Moon card did come up with the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to have to be careful on how you put your advice up and things. See, they got a Star card, and that's like the energy healing. On the external, you need to be very careful on put your 2 cents in situations. And I think that Page of Pentacles is going to be very significant. It's like, I don't think, like, it feels like it's already aligned for Leo. Like, it feels like a trigger. I keep seeing a light switch getting flicked on and off, so I feel like it's a trigger. It could be something contagious that really has a ripple effect. like I said, liability being up in here. Okay? Can I get clarification of the Seven of Wands, please? Can I get clarification for the Seven of Wands? Can I get clarification for the Seven of Wands, please? Clarification for the Seven of Wands. That's it? You don't want to clarify it? Okay. Well, now the Wheel of Fortune is at that. I mean, that is a Wheel of Fortune situation. I mean, roll the dice. I mean, hey, gotta be careful where you put your 2 cents in when it comes to your twin flame journey, Leo. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this this reading here for October the 2nd to October the 11th. Until the next time, y'all stay positive and be safe.